Ciao and welcome to What's Cooking Ari and week 16 of The Sweetest Kind of Death. This week, I talk about the illusion of independence without love. June 23rd, 1998, my life forever changed. That summer day, the phone rang. On the other end was a voice, soft, steady, piercing all at once. She was calling for directions to chauffeur my best friend and brother Amir back to Newport Beach. But the moment that she spoke, something shifted in me. Her voice didn't just reach my ears, it reached something deeper, something I didn't even know I was searching for. And her name was Asal, which means honey or sweetness. And that was the beginning. You have to remember the world back then. There were no GPSs, no smartphones, just Thomas guides, and if you're lucky, a MapQuest printout. Or even if you had the funds, an expensive handheld phone that looked like a brick and weighed like one, that would charge $3.99 a minute. So if you got lost, you called the house phone. But that day, her voice was more than just directions, it was a compass. And hours later, when she arrived, I saw her for the first time. A beauty on the outside that matched the music that I had already felt. I didn't hesitate. I did what I had been wired to do. I hosted. I called friends, put together a last minute pool party, and created energy out of nothing. I had already learned how to cook out of necessity. My mother, for all her greatness, didn't give me that skill. Life did. So I grilled, I served, I moved, and every time I came to sit down, someone else needed something. So I popped right back up. And then something happened that I didn't expect. She stood up for me. She made me a salmon sandwich. And in that simple act, she saw me. Not just a host, not just a provider, but the man underneath it all. Without either of us realizing it then, that moment became the nucleus of everything that we would build together. The marriage of food and gathering, the beginning of Persiano, a life built around bringing people together, all from a sandwich and a stranger's kindness. At the time, I thought I was choosing her because of how she made me feel. Looking back nearly 28 years later, I realized something deeper. I was drawn to her strength. Asa wasn't just sweet, she was forged. Like me, she was also an immigrant. Her family came here from Iran when she was just a child, almost 5 years old. She was the firstborn. Her mother was only 19 when she had her. That meant something. It meant that she didn't grow up with the stability handed to her. She had to become stability. She learned early what it meant to carry responsibility, to help lead, to grow into independence before most people even understood what that word means. And yet, she didn't let independence harden her. She chose love. She chose family. She chose roots. She chose unity. And that's what intrigued me. That's what pulled me in. Because I was independent too. But she showed me a version of independence that didn't stand alone. So, over the last 28 years, I've come to understand something that most people miss. Love is not the opposite of independence. Love is what gives independence meaning. Asa became the glue of our family, the warmth, the quiet strength that held everything together when life got heavy. She didn't just stand next to me, she stood through everything with me. She didn't run from the struggle, she cherished it because she knew what we were building. That's love, not the feeling, not the moment, the decision over and over again to build something bigger than yourself. Here's the illusion this week, the illusion of independence without love. We glorify lone wolf, the self-made man, the one who needs no one. But it's a lie. Independence without love doesn't lead to freedom. It leads to isolation. Because eventually you realize you can build everything and still have no one to share it with. Love is what anchors independence. It gives it direction, discipline, purpose. That day, Asal didn't take away my independence. She gave it meaning. She turned my movement into direction, my hustle into purpose, my life into something that could actually last. Her name says it all. Asal, honey, sweetness. But sweetness alone doesn't hold the family together. Strength does. Commitment does. Choices do. Leadership through stewardship. She showed me leadership isn't loud. It's consistent. It's present. It serves. When you look at love through opportunity, through creativity, our entire business, our life, our path came from moments that love created, not plans we designed. When you look at love through a vision that unites, independence alone divides. Love builds something people can belong to. And when you look at love through empowerment, which leads to enrichment, because of her, everything I've built doesn't just function, it means something. And when you look at the bank of time and trust, love is the greatest compounding force that there is. Every sacrifice, every disagreement that ends in understanding, every moment you choose each other again, it multiplies. So here's your mirror for this week. Who in your life has been your anchor? Not just in the good moments, but in the struggle. Who has stood with you, not because it was easy, but because it mattered? And if you don't have that yet, ask yourself, are you protecting your independence or are you hiding behind it? So here is your kill move. Step 1, identify one person who has been your asal, your anchor, your strength. Step 2, do something for them that costs you time, pride, effort, or vulnerability. Step 3, say it clearly. You are the reason I'm not doing this alone. And step 4, record it as a deposit in your bank of time and trust. And the closing candle for this week. Independence without love is emptiness. Independence with love is legacy. Enjoy.